Charleston White is at it again. You know, now he's beefing with Say Cheese TV. Now, we know he was just beefing with the Dancing Project. He was beefing with those guys over there in Fort Worth that he was doing, you know, his videos with or whatever. But, you know, he came on, he did a lot of interviews. He did a lot of interviews with Say Cheese TV. But now he's accusing Say Cheese TV of starting a beef with him and Oschino, where something might have happened between him and, you know, Philadelphia, right? And he's saying that somebody might end up losing their life. Now, Charleston White is very disrespectful, but he's starting to now bring up saying that Say Cheese helped instigate the beef with things that went on with Mo 3 and so many other people, right? So now he's talking like this.
Somebody tag Say Cheese, I'm starting, yeah, and then I'm sick of, the channel ain't growing. Yeah, I probably flew out earlier yesterday, but man, Vigo be here. Well, what time? See how they do me? Like my time ain't valuable. You know I'm bigger than y'all, right, Say Cheese TV? You ain't bigger than me. The channel ain't bigger than me. I don't get my money on time. I'll send you the money tomorrow. Tomorrow come, I'll send it at midnight. I need it now. They got everything negative about the title. That's why the numbers slowed down. Tell V, quit making everything negative about Charleston. That's what's slowing your numbers down, Sean. And by the way, grow. Well, what you mean by grow? You need better titles. I'm gonna break this down. If you look at their titles, it looked elementary. That's why the advertisers turn it green, yellow. Oh man, why would we turn that green? They got the old lowercase, they got the other capital. Come on, man, y'all doing poor work, Say Cheese TV.
So Charleston White and Say Cheese TV was cool for a while. So I was wondering, I'm like, wait a minute. How all of a sudden you beefing with Say Cheese? I thought Say Cheese, they was your guys. Like, you come up with these guys, right? Y'all did a lot of videos together. But then I saw something. I said, oh, he's mad because Say Cheese had Oschino, which is from my town, who I know personally. He had Oschino on the channel, right? He had Oschino on the channel. Oschino went in on Charleston for saying, you know, talking about people's unalive sons and all these different things, right? And he also alluded that Charleston called him up and said, how can you let that man talk about me on the platform? And, you know, this, that, and the third. But Charleston likes to control the people who platforms that go on, because he got this mindset like, I made you. You ain't got no right to let nobody say nothing about me. Where he come and he talk about everybody. He talk about your mom, your kids, your grandmom. He talk about everybody. But when somebody say something about him on the platform, he don't like it, as if he control every damn thing. But this is what started.
Let's jump right into this. Charleston White. Say Cheese called me this morning. I was up this morning cooking toast. You know, y'all see me cooking toast. I was cooking toast. You know, somebody named Lavelle made me mad, but that's another story. Charleston White. You see Say Cheese, you tell him you're not doing YouTube no more. You're not doing interviews no more. You can't believe he let Oschino on his platform to talk about him and how he quit. He tired of this. Bro, you met your match. See, you say things that hurt people's feelings. You talk about people's children that passed on, how you did me, Gilly. You talk about Nipsey Hussle. You say things that's inflammatory to get a reaction. You can't get a reaction out of me because I'm a real man. When I see you, I know what you're doing. My daughter taught me it's called rage baiting. You want to rage bait me into being something that I'm not. I would never stoop down to the things you did. So when you see a real man like me, you can't believe, you don't know what to do. You're flustered. But then you're going to talk about, say Cheese said, oh, he talked to me for 2 hours snapping on me. Say he don't mess with me no more. He's not doing no more interviews. He said he's not even being on YouTube no more. Guess he's going to be a stand-up comedian because, I mean, he's a clown. You know what I mean? So, you know clowns like to do. Clowns juggle. They juggle balls. Juggle balls. I mean, but my thing is this, Charles, I don't want you, I'm here to motivate you, even though you said things about my son, Gilly's son. Sometimes when I see a person that do those diabolical things that has no honor, you got to pray for him.
See, for a while, I've been noticing Oschino, he's been online trolling and being an ultimate troll. He's been going after everybody. The difference is Oschino, you know, you got like a lot of these internet trolls. Oschino really about that life. Like Oschino really put that work in the street and did a lot of stuff. Kind of messed up his rap career because he was mixing the street with the rap career, but he's really from that life, right? And, you know, he goes on platforms. He goes after Charleston White a lot because Charleston White started it with him. Charleston White said something about him first, not realizing that this dude got a mouth just as vicious as Charleston, right? And he's basically saying like his daughter taught him what rage bait is, right? And he's saying like, I ain't gonna feed into it because you looking for that, right? But he, when he go on these platforms, like he goes in.
I'm more handsome than Charleston White. I really did things that Charleston White is known for being a rat. When Charleston White got to wake up in the morning and get his eye out of the glass cup and put it in his face, right? If I woke up and I was Charleston White, I would jump out the first window. So I don't even take it personal with him saying nothing about me. When I see him get smacked up in the barbershop, he hid behind his girlfriend, I knew he was a chump. So I don't take, he like a little kid that's in the third floor window throwing rocks at your car. And you can't get in his house, so he's like, so I don't take, people take what he take personal as a fool.
But anybody could get smacked in the barbershop, though. That can happen to anybody.
Not me. Not me. I mean, I got a burn. I keep a burner every day. You smack me, you're going to get clapped. Not only do I keep a burner, I keep a banger on me on my hip every day.
But Charleston got charged for shooting the guy who did it.
Well, he should have shot him that day. But that's the thing with me, Charleston, Sean. I lose a fight in a minute. I mean, you're not smacking me and I'm hiding behind no I'll lose the fight. You'll see me get beat up, right? So my thing is this, bro, you hide behind your lady. When that's you hide behind your lady, you are a bona fide coward. But I understand he's a little guy. So he just got a lot of mouth. He's a little guy. And me and Charleston White was in the cell together. I smack his eye out his head.
Now, Charleston is a sucker because Charleston started it when there was a situation when Oschino's son first died in a car accident over there in West Philly in Fairmount Park. Him and his girlfriend, they passed away in that car accident. God rest the dead. But when his son passed away, him and Meek Mills went back and forth because somebody posted something that was being disrespectful towards Oschino, and Meek Mills allegedly liked it. So him and Meek Mills start going back and forth. But on Say Cheese TV in the interview, Charleston got wind of it, and Charleston went and doubled down on it and he got in it and just started talking all kinds of stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with him. Right? He started getting in it and saying disrespectful stuff. So now, and he said it on Say Cheese TV. So now he mad because Oschino get on Say Cheese TV and get a chance to get his lick back and defend himself. Charleston butthurt and mad. And like he said, you was hiding behind your woman. We all saw that video when you was hiding behind the woman and all this kind of stuff. But somebody gonna end up catching up to you, man, for some of the stuff that you say because you're out of pocket.
Oschino, guy interview, State Properties from Philly. His son passed away a few years ago. Him and Meek Miller into it. I'm going to paraphrase for you. Him and Meek Miller into it. Somebody was making fun of Oschino's son passing away. Meek Mill liked the post. What's your thoughts on that? Because his son was cool with Meek before he died. So it's deeper than them two beefing. But
nothing's deeper than a beef. Nothing's deeper than a beef. So if me and you beefing, and me and your son were cool, and your son dead, and me and you beefing, I'm with Meek on this one. Your son.
Really?
Death don't mean nothing to me. It means something to you. That was your son, wasn't mine. You feel what you feel, not me. Your boy.
But
I dish dead people kid. I was looking for the post so I could like it. I was looking for the post so I could like it. Yeah, I was looking for that post like a motherfucker. I could like that post. Your dead son. Nigga don't about care about nobody dead family.
But this is somebody you knew when he was a kid.
Listen, I could know your mama like know in the streets. Niggas kill you and still go to the funeral like they love you with your mama. That's street shit. Ain't they from the street?
See, I blame the community for this because he gets to get on the platform and talk like this and say all this weirdo stuff, right? But then you want to turn around and say that Say Cheese is messy, and he's trying to start a beef with Philly, or with Philly dudes to get him unalive. Because them out of towners, they know how we get down out here. Like, when you deal with Boston and New York and all these guys, they go to Virginia, they go to Maryland, they don't come here. Everybody already know, especially on the East Coast. Don't come here, right? Listen, ain't nobody trying to do nothing to no Charleston White. Oschino ain't stupid. He ain't trying to lose his freedom. He done did too much time. Charleston White is a troll, and he's running his mouth. But then you trying to put you went on there and ran your mouth and said all that crazy stuff about Oschino son that's not living no more, and talk about so many other people's family and children and everything else. But now when Say Cheese brings somebody on there to defend themselves, you got a problem. You trying to say this? Say Cheese is trying to instigate something to get you unalived.
Messy. You got to be like Antoine Daniels and the other people who, you got a problem with Charleston, let's not do that here. That's why your number's going down. Every comeback to dancer, block you. See how them dancers looking over there without me? And without me, Say Cheese TV numbers don't look so good. And I've been holding it back. And I think you setting up a beef for me and Philly, for somebody to die. I really think that. You got a history of it. You got a history of it, Sean. Mode 3, you ain't learned from Mode 3, Trap Boy Freddy, and Yellow Bees. You ain't learned. That's why your channel not growing. You're stagnant, your numbers. You was trying to do something extra. Now you just throwing out anything. Anything. Your audio up. Your audio up at Barstool Sports. Get the f out of here. B-Talk Sports. Get out of here. Your audio up. You ain't got no new mic. You just stagnant. That ain't how businesses grow. I'm growing. I'm actually growing past your.
And see, to me, Say Cheese TV helped make Charleston White also. I mean, when he was on Cam Newton's, he got a lot of views, but that's not really his audience. And then he alienated Cam Newton. He can't go on Cam Newton's show because that audience ain't really tolerating that kind of stuff he's talking about. He can't be the Charleston White that the character Charleston White in that audience. When he went to Patrick Bet David, right? That's not the audience. He knows this, right? He can only be the character that made him who he is on a Say Cheese. So for him to go after Say Cheese, it's just letting you know that the ship is leaking oil, man. And he only gonna be around for so long. Like the cameras and the lights and stuff is about to start. Is starting to dim, right? Because people getting tired of the same old with Charleston White, right? But you mad at Say Cheese? Say Cheese wasn't the problem. You made the choice. You made the choice to to talk about that man, to talk about his mom. I mean, talk about his son. And things like that. You did that. Nobody else made you do that. You chose to do that. You chose to talk about Gilly's son. Disrespect Gilly's son. You did that, right? And like you say, you in character and all this. Then you want to come back and apologize. Then come back and do it again. You chose, what's that guy, man, from New York that had the show and you talked about his daughters. You did that, right? And people getting tired of it, man. People really getting fed up and tired of the foolishness, man. But he just says some real diabolical and disrespectful things about Oschino's son. And a lot of the problem is you out there because y'all condone it.
I got a dead eye. You got a dead son. I'd much rather keep taking an eye out than having to drive down to the grave site and make sure the grass cut and dust off the thing with his name on it and put flour there and tell him how much I miss him since he been gone and got to hear his mama cry around Christmas time when his birthday come. We got to look at the picture, realize boy, that boy died and he was young. You got some pain to deal with. They took this eye out so I don't have to have no pain. Yeah. This eye is dead. Don't feel nothing. Some tears come out sometime, but tears come out your eyes all the time because of that boy. Now, you were mad at Meek Mills because Meek Mills liked the picture. I told you I was looking for the picture to like. I couldn't find the picture of the dead mother. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to talk about the dead mother. You want to get mad at Meek Mill for talking about your dead ass son that died in a car wreck, and you got a speech impediment with a stuttering problem. You can't say, I love you. You say, I love you, son. You can't just fluently say, I love you with that stuttering problem you got. Then you can't rap no more. You mad at Jay-Z. All you got is a Say Cheese TV interview. If Say Cheese TV don't interview you, what you gonna do? If Say Cheese TV don't interview you, Oschino, what you gonna do? They got you in the next Diddy, Doc.
So Charleston White, and on these black podcasts, he's trying to corner the market and try to hold this above their heads. Is I'm your biggest draw. So because I'm your biggest draw, you can't let nobody come on here and talk about me. I can come on your platform and control the platform, and I can talk about whoever I want to talk about, however I want to talk about them. But you better not bring nobody on here to talk about me. I'm the only one that can control the narrative and make jokes and talk about people, say disparaging things. Nobody can say nothing about me in the media, right? And if anybody say something, anything bad about me, I'm getting your podcast shut down. I'm coming after him, right? That's the narrative that he leads, right? So he tries his best to try to get Say Cheese to not have Oschino on there. So Oschino responds.
Oschino, let Oschino go in here and say these things about me. That boy talked about my son that passed on. Said how he wasn't handsome. Said how he just doesn't look good. Then he put up a son, a freeway son, by mistake that passed on. Rest in peace to our sons. But he's so diabolical. God said, you know what? I'm going to smack on his butt for that, because that's not right, Charleston, right?
But I'll say to a lot of you podcasts out there, you can't let this dude strong arm you. Sean Cotton, Say Cheese, you don't need that, dude. Like, you built up your platform. Keep moving forward. This guy, man, this guy is on borrowed time. At the rate he's going, it's only a matter of time, because this is the thing. You say that you're emulating these rappers and doing all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's what you want to do, right? But what's happening to these rappers out here in the street? They getting unalived. They going to jail. There's all kinds of bad stuff that's happening to them. So now you want to play a character on the internet, but you want to take it too far and talk about other man's unalived sons, and you think that that's okay, or it goes unpunished, right? Where at the same time you have your own children. Like, it's just, but again, Charleston is holding the mirror up to the community, because this is the stuff that y'all condone as if it's okay. And then you will make excuses for them. No, there's no excuses for that, man. There's no excuses for that behavior. This guy's willing to do he's willing to do anything for money. He doesn't care about he don't care anything about integrity or honor. Nothing. Right? And this is what goes on, man. Right? But I don't, listen, it's just, all this stuff is, this guy's an idiot, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.